What's going on, everybody? This is a segment from the Nerdgasm Talk podcast. If you like podcasts, well, why don't you come join us as the crew gets silly and Philly while we sit to talk about the latest in comics, games, movies, and all things pop culture. You guys can listen to our whole show on all the podcasts apps. We're on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, wherever you guys get your podcasts from. And make sure you guys also support the channel by subscribing to the Nerd Coalition Studios. And for the gaming needs, make sure you subscribe to Nerd Coalition Level Up. This is the Nerd Coalition. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. And now, feel the Nerdgasm.
Look up and you'll miss it.
Yeah, no, they didn't. Moving on. So, we obviously, my wife does her podcast Turntables. Mm-hmm. Now, it's been a while, you know what I'm saying? We've been trying, you know, I've been trying to get her motivated to start something like that, but it's hard.
We've had some hiccups.
It's been hard. So I take credit in come over to my podcast. So we got to talk about some things that had just been sweeping the music world, you know. And 2024 is going to be known for one of the most craziest beefs in hip hop history between Drake and Kendrick. I have been doing more research about this beef and both sides of the coin, listening to music that I probably on a regular basis would have not even listened to. Educating myself about this, and then we actually did a kind of review of the Not Like Us music video that came out back in the summer, where Quato said, I remember when that video first came out, he texted me, he said, if Drake wants to just get a gun and kill Kendrick, I can't be mad at him.
Oh my god!
Yeah, and you know what's funny?
That is so horrible.
You know what's funny? Have you seen the RDC World Drake and Kendrick beef skits?
I don't think I have, no. They've been kind of suppressed in my algorithm. Man,
every time Kendrick, like, it'd be funny. Every time they do a skit, every time Kendrick drop a new song with Drake, Chubbs just be like this, and just hold out, it got the gun in there, it's like, listen, this is the only way we can handle this. It's hilarious. Y'all gotta go see that. But, I know y'all probably think, okay, so now what's going on, for those who don't know, right? Well, Kendrick just dropped a new album.
GNX.
Kendrick just dropped a new album, and y'all want to know something funny? As soon as it dropped, I went and listened to it. And y'all thinking like, well, Ed, because here's the thing, I don't ever do that, and usually my wife has everybody beat. I listened to the album before my wife did. First of all, one, was proud of myself. Two, I was like, damn, this was, and I actually sat down and listen to the whole album. I've never been, even with old school, never been a big album guy. But I don't worry, I like albums. I got a list of favorite albums, okay. But I never been like, if my wife refers to something and she talks about the album, like I'm actually watching this video essay right now about Diddy from FD Singleton. I gotta pronounce his last name. Y'all gotta check his videos out. They're excellent. But he is a huge hip-hop nerd. I was just like, oh, he sounds like my wife. But when he sits there and talks about, he's like, these were the bangers that was in the 90s. And I'm sitting there thinking like, okay, I know this. And he's sitting naming albums. And I'm like,
yeah, that was the time.
Yeah.
When you were making whole albums and you were measured by your body of work. And not just singles. And
I was just like, no, I'm waiting for this song you about to say. No, okay, you talk about he talk about the album. I was like, okay, see, that's different. So I have been learning more, you know, about just the body of work and how to tell a story. And GNX came out. I have to say, that's a pretty damn good album. I enjoyed myself with it. Now, once again, I am still not the hip hop purist that my wife is, or let alone that Crack Q Flow is. Oh, probably even Prime. I know me and Prime are R&B guys, but still, we like our hip hop. Prime, real quick, you've been kind of quiet on it. How did you enjoy this new Kendrick album, man?
I actually liked it very much. Also, I know he was whatever that was he recorded, Whack That Mirrors. He was very bad. That's all I'm saying. She should have just called it "I'm Upset." Like,
Bro,
that would have been another shot at Drake or song.
Like, well, now hold on. Drake don't come out this album unscathed neither. He takes some subtle jabs, and it's not even that he needs to do anything like that. But there are just some things, and obviously everybody now is blasting TV off.
Mustard!
Oh, so you gonna say
I ain't got the lung capacity right now to really do it.
Everybody has been blasting TV off.
I was not expecting it when I listened to it for that to be in the middle of the song. I was like, oh, okay, I'm feeling this a little bop. It's a little bop. And then all of a sudden the beat changed. And I love when the beat changed.
Yeah.
And then he just started mustarding. And I said, oh, he's hollering. I was just at my desk. Because I was just like, oh, we're screaming mustard. And
I was like, is that what they got this from? Because the thing is, when the album first came out, I've listened to it, I would say a day or two after it came out.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, I listened to it like, oh my god, it was like 5 minutes.
He said 5 minutes. Oh, Kendrick drop. And it's like, as soon as everybody was putting
that's how it was. It was like Kendrick drop, and I'm like, all right, let me check it out. I wasn't even hyped, like, oh, he dropped. I was just like, all right, let me see, because it was all over my feed.
Yeah.
And I ain't even listened to it one by one. I listened to like the first 3. Took a break. I was like, all right, it's okay. And then people was like, nah, you gotta listen to this song. You can listen to this song. So I'm like, all right, I'll keep going.
That's how it was. And everybody kept doing these little skits, these little anime things. I was like, what's up? I see this mustard come from, right? And I was like, oh, I get it now. And not even just the catchy thing about it. I'm feeling the song, especially the opening line of that song.
Oh, listen, I'm a listen more than one time person. So, oh, sorry, I need to go and listen to it again.
Hey, the revolution will not be televised. So turn the TV off.
It won't be. Yes, cut that bitch off. Y'all not listening. Gil Scott ain't saying it enough. We ain't saying it enough. Turn that bitch off. I mean, I agree.
There have been some breakdowns of his songs, like the meanings of it. Because see, I have to go back and listen to songs multiple times to catch all the meanings about it and stuff like that. But off the bat, some of the ones that I really enjoyed, Squabble Up. Even though I heard a step of that from the beginning of Not Like Us, right?
Yeah.
Kendrick, you don't know for doing that, and then that Dodger Blue, Luther. Heart Part 6.
I like the Heart Part 6. I enjoyed that.
Reincarnated. Reincarnated was one of the first ones I listened to, right? And I really enjoyed that. I was like, bro, you talk. I think it's how God would talk to me. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like a proud mother, you guys. I really do.
Explain.
Because I mean, it's nice. I came into this relationship as the hip hop nerd, as you would call it.
Yes.
Or the hip hop head. And you was like, if it ain't pre-2005, fuck it. And I was like, okay. But let me introduce you to some things that are out here, people who are making music right now, who are pretty good. Just give it a try. To see you excited about it.
Yes.
I feel like I did my job.
You did. You know what? Fun fact, no bullshit, because I'm not a good liar. I was on some bullshit when I first met my wife, because it wasn't like I didn't stop. I came to a hard ass stop in 2005. I said, I can't do hip hop no more.
That's what happens when you like Kukuchi.
So I met my wife in 2008. We was friends, stuff like that, and then we didn't become, be in a relationship until 2010. 2010, or I would say the end of 2009, into 2010, she introduced me to like the newer hip hop what she listens to give it a try. 2 songs she played for me. I swear to you, these are ones I remember. The Heart Part 2 by Kendrick. And Mixtape Drake.
Oddly enough, yes.
Yeah, oddly enough. Isn't that some weird shit?
It's very funny, but that is the first, because Think Good Thoughts had just came out.
Yeah, and that was dope.
I love Think Good Thoughts. That was when Drake was trying to be Fonte. It was a great time. It was a great time.
And then hard part 2 on the Kendrick. That's when Kendrick was choking off the mic. You know what I'm saying? At the end,
overly dedicated.
Yeah, I was like, okay, show me something here. And then as we going on through the years, I have learned more stuff and opened myself up more to learning more about hip hop. Like not what she teaches me on my own time. You know. And that's I said. Oddly enough, you know, it's amazing how they came back full circle. That it was a Drake song and a Kendrick song that at first, you know, get me back into that. But yeah,
sorry for that side tangent. I'm just like, it fills my heart.
Yeah. And everybody has just been on top of this Kendrick guy. But I just think personally, once again, I'm not a hip hop purist, but I just like the shout outs that Kendrick does, and just Kendrick does music the way he wants to do music, not how anybody else want him to do music. He does it his way, and that's one thing I am really seeing more. My luck. I went back after listening to the Hard Part 6. I actually went back and listened to the whole Heart series. I went back and listened to the whole thing again. I was like, oh snap! I know the Hard Part 2 is what I started on. So I was like, okay, so I sat there and listened to all that, and now I'm actually was like, okay, you know what? I need to go back and listen to Missing Around in the Big Steppers.
Yeah, I think I can't say skip that one. I was in a really weird space with music at the time when that came out, and I just wasn't listening to stuff as much as I usually do. Like, I think I remember when we got the little Spotify rap for that year, my numbers were like super low. I hadn't listened to any podcasts, not much new stuff. It was just weird. So I'm like, I probably should go back and listen to that too.
I'm glad that right now that we had a beef like this, that this helps put on more eyes on, even though Kendrick has his fan base, and Kendrick has the purists, and you know, and more importantly, Kendrick has the culture. He
does he gonna do what he want, and I appreciate that about a lot of the artists now who decide to go on their own wave. Where it's just like, we got 50 other people doing the same thing. Just do what you gonna do, and be true to that, because I feel like that's where the artistry is lost. When everybody is just trying to go with the wave. Of course, there's going to be a sound, like a core sound of the time, which is why like 90s R&B all sounds kind of similar, but you know, everybody had their own little thing going. Yeah. And the same for 2000s R&B and hip hop and everything else. Yes, there will be a sound of the time, but you don't have to stick to just that formula. This album gave me a lot of like West Coast mixtape, undergroundish.
But along with all that, it's
vibes.
Just the different sampling and introducing, because you know there's a lot of people that don't even know about If This World Was Mine by Luther, which is also by Marvin Gaye, Tammy Terrell. They don't even know about that. Sampling, putting these things in here. This is something that Kendrick has been doing since, was it Good Kid, Mad City, or Pimp Butterfly?
No,
more so like
probably Section 80. There was some samples in Section 80.
Okay, yeah, stuff that Kendrick's been known for doing. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody samples. And I think now it's becoming...
There's sampling, and then there's introducing, you know...
But again, you can introduce. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. Okay? Yes. That's the thing now. The big argument where a lot of younger hip-hop consumers are not interested in where it came from. And I'm not going to say all, because that's... we don't make blanket statements. But... I think that it is cool to be like, oh, this is that Kendrick song, and you know somebody auntie gonna come on and be like, that's Luther Vandross.
Yeah, gotcha.
Somebody gonna educate you.
I do hope, because so far there's only been one video for it, and that's a squabbled up video, which I need to finish watching the break because there's so many messages in that video.
That's the one where he was doing all the tributes to like the hip hop stuff, right?
I would think so, because I seen the video once.
In the room that looked like the next movement.
Yeah, yes, that's the squabble thing. I was like, I need to do. You know, I
haven't watched it, but I did see some snippets of things that were clear tributes in the video. Like obviously the room, that's the next movement. He had the poster from the Ice-T video in there. I know. I have to go back and check it out.
Oh, yeah, I seen the video twice because I like the song anyway. And then I'm just like, can I please get a video for Reincarnate? It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. But I would like a video for that in Luther. I would. That would be cool. But I already know.
That would be nice to come out with now when his documentary about to come out.
Exactly. However, y'all know what the next video is. How can it not be TV off?
Has to be.
How can it not be?
I think if they do a video for Luther, they have to do it to promote their tour together. So they might do a video for Luther.
It's a possibility. Kendrick is methodical when it comes to planning. So, and once again, I'm really curious how the Super Bowl is going to go. I'm actually excited for it. And
do you think he performs any of these new songs?
Yes. Has to.
He's going to do at least TV off and maybe Squabble Up.
Yeah. Honestly,
I don't feel like, I'm going to be honest with you, I don't think he's going to do TV. I think he just might do the Mustard part. He might introduce DJ Mustard and then do that part.
It might be like
but that's all. But honestly, when it comes to TVR, it's going to be two parts. It's going to be the intro. That's how he's going to open up the show. All I Want is a Black Grand National. Mm-hmm. I think that's how he's going to open it up. And then you can get, when you're bringing in Mustard, you can bring in Mustard, and you can do the first. You can just do the whole Not Like Us from Squabble Up into Not Like Us. I don't know how it's going to happen.
I think it'll probably be more like a Usher where he was doing the snippets. Yeah. It's like you get into a song and then he got to move on because you ain't got much time.
You ain't got much time at all. But I think whatever he's doing, it ain't like he ain't guessing this shit. He already, it's like it's going to be calculated of what he's going to be doing. And shit, if he get that whole read this screaming Mustard, if he get the whole read say OV hoes.
You got to do Not Like Us to some extent.
To some extent.
Because honestly, if he wanted to be petty, you could have put Not Like Us on the album.
He really could have. I was really hoping he did. I really was hoping he did.
I feel like that speaks more to it. I can still get people to come and stream my shit without Not Like Us. Because they won't still listen to me. Oof. I don't have to run around looking like Vanessa Huxtable.
Oh, Drake.
I'm sorry. He just be pissing me off.
Yeah, Drake. Yeah, he do. Drake. I can get a whole conversation about Drake, but I'm not going to do that. But yeah, I'm actually excited to see how this performance is going to go. Shit, he probably going to bring out SZA.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
They're going on tour, so probably.
Yes, I heard they were going on tour. So, yeah, you know what?
The tickets are crazy, apparently. Because people went and bought them
very much so.
And they're reselling them. And
it's
are
an arena. I mean, it's a stadium tour. That's different too.
Ooh, Kendrick said selling out the stadiums, boy. Drake piss. I love it. Y'all
are killing me with these stadium concerts. All right, what happened to intimate video?
No, bitch.
I mean, Kendrick kind of the first person to be doing it recently because Chris Brown did arenas and everybody else been doing arenas. So
I mean, like there are like Beyonce, the big artists, Beyonce, Taylor Swift, they doing arenas and stadiums and stuff like that. But it's like those are the way those tickets are being priced is driving other stuff. Yeah. And I'm like, all right, y'all gotta chill the fuck out.
No, it's going to because I think Kendrick just getting started, man.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
And then he'll disappear for another like 2 years after this.
Yeah, that's all.
He'll just fall away.
Listen,
go be a dad to his kids, I guess.
There are a couple video essays. I keep telling you I'm going to send you these things, and I don't, because I'll be like, she ain't gonna watch it right now. I'm trying to find the right moment. But there's some things I've been watching about these things.
I mean, when I'm working, that's a good time to have something to listen to.
Man, because there have been some great. I've been learning so much. You know what I'm saying? So I'm pretty proud of myself on that. But I recommend y'all go out. If y'all haven't seen it for the audience that's my audience, I know if y'all looking for a breakdown, go to like hip hop heads and people that actually know what the fuck they talking about for breakdowns of this album and stuff like that. We just, Nerd Coalition over here, just give her a brief rundown of what we like. That is stuff for my wife to do when she has time. Okay, but I had to go ahead to just talk about that.